What's up, my beautiful and handsome vapors? It is I, Rochelle, and I'm here to bring to you a face paint tutorial. Now, I did promise you guys something like this. You know, I thought it was pretty cool, and it came out pretty snazzy, pretty fancy, smancy. Look at this. Look at this. So yes, it came out pretty dope. So you know, for the most part, I saw a couple of pictures of this up, and you know what, I really just wanted to narrow this down and basically see if I could do it myself. So you know, in the process of trying to see if I could do it myself, I wanted to show you guys how to do it also. So you know what, I don't really want to take full credit for this and be like, oh, this is mine. I just want to say, you know, I did redo it, I guess, and I did add my own different kind of, you know, style to it. I thought it came out kind of cool. Added my own little red eyeball there, some red horns, and just let's jump right into this, guys. The first thing I did was I just grabbed some white eyeshadow and I applied that to my eyelid and my lower lash line. Here I just grabbed some purplish pink eyeshadow and I went ahead and blended that out within my eye socket. Here I just grabbed some black eyeshadow and I just cut the crease with it and I just blended it out. Then I just grabbed my little liner here and I just made the little outline for my cat eye. Now just fill in that outline. Here, I'll just take the liquid liner and I'll just kind of dot it into my eyelash line so that when I put the falsies in, they look flawless. Now grab some falsies and pretty much just let the eyelash glue dry for 30 seconds and then go ahead and apply it as close to the eyelash line as possible. And another thing that I like to do while it's drying is I'll kind of press on it and then blow upwards. So then the eyelash does dry up. And of course, right after the falsies, go ahead and add your mascara to the upper and lower lash line. And right here, all I really do is I kind of just press my natural lashes to the false lashes to make them look more together. Now it's time for the fun part. Go ahead and grab an angle brush and some eyeshadow. And what I really like to do here is I just like to make the basic outline and pretty much just fill where your bone structure is. Also, go ahead and pause it if you need to when I do a little transition so that you can get a better idea of where to do the lines. Here, make the outline to where you do a little bit of an indentation around your temple, and you really want to emphasize around those cheekbones. Nextly, you're just going to follow that around, and you're probably going to go a ½ inch above your lip, and you're just going to drag that down, probably a little bit over an inch down, and you're just going to make like a teardrop. And you really just want to feel for where your bone structure is. That is a must to make this realistic. And follow up on both sides. Then you're going to start making the cracks in your chin and then along your lips. And the next thing that you really want to do is you want to create that jawline. And you really want to make this like a bony jawline, I guess you would say. And after that, you're going to go ahead and make these lines around those teardrops that you created. So this is pretty much just going to be the rough draft of it all. And here I just grabbed my Ben Nye black paint and I re-outlined everything just to emphasize on it a little bit more. Using that same Ben Nye black face paint, I went ahead and emphasized a little bit more on the inner corner of the eye just to add some more dimension to it. And then I went ahead and rounded it out. Grabbing some black eyeshadow, I pretty much just rounded it out where I already did that outline, but I don't want to get too close to my eye makeup because I still want you to see how pretty that eyeball looks. Back with that Ben Nye, I went ahead and outlined my jawline along with filling in those cracks, and then I added some cracks along my eyeball because I thought that added, that just added a little bit of a touch to it. This is important. You need a blending brush so that you can blend out your eyeball and everything else. But for this part, if you end up having a little bit I guess, of excessive amount of product on your brush, and go ahead and just dust it off and go right back into blending. And another thing, if it starts to get a little bit too light, then go ahead and add some more of the bentonite in the inner corner of the eye and wherever you feel that it needs to be darker. And if you feel like it got too dark, go ahead and just grab that white eyeshadow and lighten it up a bit. And right here, grab that same brush that you had earlier and really just emphasize on those cracks. And another thing that I like to do is I like to basically just re-outline the whole entire circle after I blended it. And right here, just go ahead and add some white eyeshadow to the middle of your nose and then go ahead and fill it in with that black. But make sure that you blend it out so that it looks good. And again, if it got too dark, go ahead and add some more white eyeshadow in there. Just do it to where it looks good to you. And here what I did is I pretty much just draw like these straight lines on the right and the left side of it. And I'll do a little bit less on the top and the bottom. And then I'll just fill that in. Right here, grab that same black eyeshadow that you had earlier, and I forgot to mention that my black eyeshadow did have a little bit of a shimmer in it, and just go ahead and blend that out. And if it got too dark again, then go ahead and grab that white eyeshadow and fill it in. And right here, what I like to do is I just went ahead and grabbed that bentonite again, and I basically re-outlined it so that I didn't lose any of that dimension. And I also went ahead and add some straight lines on the right and left side just to make sure that I kept that dimension. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in that jawline, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on those temples, but I'm really just going to darken where the line is. Right here, I'm going to grab that same black eyeshadow and I'm going to start blending it out, and I'm also going to add some white to make sure that I don't lose the dimension. Now remember those lines that you drew underneath that teardrop? Yeah, go ahead and emphasize those a little bit more along with your the cracks. Yeah. Now just make sure you're keeping that dimension, so go ahead and grab a little angle brush and just basically smudge it out a little bit to make it blend. Now moisturize those lips and go ahead and apply some red lipstick and make sure that you line it to make sure you have like a clean line. Now I grabbed some white bentonite face paint and I went ahead and just filled in pretty much just you see the area that I filled it in. And what I did was I grabbed my finger and I dabbed it to pretty much just help blend it in a little bit more and to make it look nicer. Now grab that same paint and just clean up a little bit, you know, redraw over those lines to make sure that they are dark. Now go ahead and add more white eyeshadow wherever you feel is necessary. Now it's time for the teeth, and honestly I would just think of like a teardrop that has 2 points, and the next thing that I really want to add is that when you are doing the teeth, emphasize more of the white on the bottom of the top teeth and the top of the bottom teeth. And also go ahead and use your finger and dab it out to make sure that it does blend well. Now grab that black paint and pretty much just clean up in between both of the teeth to make sure that they stand out. Now this is completely up to you, but I went ahead and added a little Marilyn Monroe dot, and I also added some red blush to my cheekbones. Now for some accessories, maybe a wig, maybe a contact, maybe some earrings, maybe a dress, you know. Oh, and she's got her arms up and everything. And that about does it for this tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. So, you know, like I said, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and also leave me some lovely comments in the bottom. Another thing, if there are some other face paint tutorials that you guys want me to basically narrow down for you guys on how you guys can accomplish them, go ahead and leave it in the bottom. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and jump right onto it, especially because Halloween is coming and fall is here. October is passing, but it is still beautiful. Other than that, I hope you guys have amazing days, and thank you so much for watching this video. You know that I love it. Other than that, go follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at WickedLove67, and thanks for watching. Oh, do me one more favor. Por favor, please. No. Come on. Come on, go watch my vape tutorials or the rest of the videos that I did upload this week. I do have some more, so you know, just go check those out for me. Just go. Don't bother me, Waz. Don't bother me. Cold outside right now. This wig will not. I need to put some things in it because my horns are over here. My hair is over here. It needs to be right here. Right here. It's cold. Oh, I need to go inside.